Hey everyone, welcome to Over the Realities weekly community Twitter X space. I have here people already on the Twitter space. Shout out to Thors from the Mainnets ZMSS community. Thanks, Thors, for joining. So today is actually Thors Day Marbles on Discord with the Mainnet Z community. So if you can follow Thors, it's really fun. You get to win some NFTs and different types of tokens. So it's actually a great way to get onboarded onto Web3. I also want to do a shout out to Creato Magic. I'm just following you back. Seems like this is the perfect space for you if we're going to be talking about XR. I also noticed that, let me see, I just checked something. That Ralph is following you, the head of PR for XReal Glasses. So that's really something. Shout out to Altered Alley and Joe. I'm so glad they're both here. They're actually both XR creators for Over the Reality, among other platforms. I don't know what you'd call them. Sometimes I guess we could say metaverses, but I know there's a better word. So if you know a better word what for calling them, and I'm pretty sure there is, and I know that somebody out there goes, oh yeah, let's call them this, I'd love to know. So if you are watching, we're also multi-streaming this on the different platforms. Now, what platforms are we multi-streaming on? I believe 2 Twitch platforms, 2 YouTube platforms, Facebook, and of course, Twitter X. I'm still calling it Twitter. I know other people might not like that, and then they say, oh, get over it, it's X, but it is what it is. I'm just going to go OG about it. So I will say Twitter X. Ooh, shout out to MetaMike too. Oh my gosh, we're getting a lot of content creators here on the Twitter X space. I did kind of like shared the link on Twitter X to remind people to come. But you know what? It is Thursday. It is like almost the last leg of the week. What a very busy week this October. Well, what a very busy week. And this October has been a very busy month for a lot of people and companies. So if you are out there, hustling with your projects and juggling like full-time jobs and your side projects, it's like, I know it's been hell of a crazy week and month. But with that said, you do know that, woo, that was my sound, what's it called? Sound bite, or like trying to be a ghost. So for a lot of you, and I know, I get it. Some people don't give don't care. I was just gonna swear. Some people don't care, but for a lot of you, Halloween is coming up, and that is huge for many people. I guess for different reasons. A lot of people like to play dress up, and they like to dress up. They also use the Halloween, I guess I would call it an event. It's not really a holiday. It's just, I don't know. It's something, right? And a lot of people like getting together, letting go, letting loose. It's all for family. I know the kids are out there going trick-or-treating, so you got to please be careful. It's a different world out there. Like, I know when I was growing up, we had to be careful with people putting razor blades in apples. And yeah, that was a thing. And I don't know if that's still a thing, but I'm pretty sure right now you can put so many other things in candy, like I guess the chemical substances. So I don't even know what it's like to be a parent in these times, to be honest, when we're dealing with all these things. Now, I know this is kind of like getting off topic. I'm just doing the jibber jabber while I'm waiting for people to join on the Twitter X space. So today on Over the Realities community space, we're going to talk about creating XR experiences on over spatial computing platform. Now, I know for those of you that have joined on Twitter X, hey Conrad, hey Rick the Ruler, hey Brover. For those of you that are joining in, cough attack. Here we go. Please throat, calm a down. Anyway, for those of you that are watching in the different streams, that could have been a mouthful. XR experiences, spatial computing platform. You heard of it, maybe you haven't. What are they? And stop talking about the future. Stop talking about future things, digital fam, when you just want to, You just want to talk about it because you call yourself Digital Femme, and I don't even know what you're talking about. These are people who are probably watching me on Facebook and stuff like that. They go, oh, here she is again, that talking head. No, no, no. This is a real thing. This is really legit. Ooh, shout out to Elias. So we have our two power mappers, two of our growing number of power mappers in Over the Reality. I also want to do a shout out to Alex, our head of community management and Over the Reality. He's always been joining us, and I really appreciate that. But let's go back to the two, oh, three. Oh my God, they're popping up. Power map over power mappers are popping up everywhere. So we have Brover, we have Elias, we have Strawberry in the order that they popped up. Shout out to them. You might have heard us talk about power mappers, and you're like, what is that? Like, is that like power car washing? No, it is not. So if you don't know, Over is so many things. And this is why I have to really chill, and I really need talking points when I talk about Over the Reality. It is just so many things. Today, we want to talk about how it's a great platform to create XR experiences. But at the same time, it's so many things. It's also, how am I going to say this? It's also a DPIN. And you're like, what? DPIN is Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. That's a lot of words for like, what does that even mean? So basically, what DPIN is, I think it's a Web3 thing, but it's taking physical infrastructures and using, I guess, crowdsourcing or using the efforts and resources of people like Brover, Elias, and Strawberry to help build out a network, a connected network. And you're like, you still don't know what that means. So Over literally is a digital layer, and it's over the physical world. I know you've heard me say this, but for those of you who are watching that don't know and are listening in the future, here's a little snippet of what Over is. Oh my God, I hope I'm saying it right. So Over is a spatial computing platform. However, they are, in simple terms, they're a digital layer over the physical world, and they're divided into hexagons. The hexagons are called overlands. It's a branding thing. And people can actually buy/own, rent, and then sell these little overlands. So if you think about it, this digital layer over the physical world is actually like locations. They're all geolocated, right? They're all attached. All these overlands or hexagons are really, kind of like, think about it as digitally attached to the physical world using data. That's where the spatial computing platform comes in. And so where am I? So with this DPIN, one of Over's first goals or missions was to augment the physical world with geolocated 3D assets. Now, because they have a digital layer over the physical world, people can actually create 3D experiences, like 3D models, like in Blender or Maya and stuff like that, and upload it onto a digital layer of Over, which is literally actually, oh my God, over a physical location. I'm gonna botch this up. I know D&D. If Diego and Davide are listening to this, they're probably cringing, but so is Alex. But I don't know. I should get Alex up here. You know what? I'm just gonna like throw him a mic. And what else? So with this DPIN, another thing that Over wants to be is, and they're doing it, they also want to have the largest collection of detailed 3D maps in the world. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, doesn't Google have that? And we're like, yeah, it's completely different. Number one, Google is not on the blockchain. Number one, they're not decentralized. Number two, Google /Niantic and all those other Web 2 companies that are getting into or have been in the 3D creating spaces of 3D maps. They're using, oh my God, geolocation. Oh my God, I'm losing my words again. GPS, Global Positioning System. Whereas Over uses VPS, Visual Positioning System. And these systems are different in terms of the precision and accuracy of where you can actually put a 3D asset. You guys can Google it up. Google, that's funny. Google GPS versus VPS, and you'll figure it out. I've said this so many times already, and for people here in the space, it's like, yeah, Carmen, go on. They already know this. But So DPIN, and so because Over is also wanting to create the largest detailed 3D mapping data in the in the world, we need the help of 3D mappers, and that's why I have went off on a tangent when I saw Brover, Aleus, and Strawberry, and they're actually doing that. They're pretty much digital nomads, and I know you've heard, like, Brover has said this in many spaces, and I think I know I've interviewed Brover and Strawberry as a power mapping couple where they shared their adventures. They also shared the fact that they used to have RL jobs, and now, because of Over the Reality's DPIN, which is Map to Earn, they're able to say bye bye and map cities of Europe, travel with their little dog Lua, map cities of Europe, at the same time earning Over tokens. Now, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny to me. I just said the word funny. But what's really interesting is that they were able to, through their earnings of the mapping, get it mapped to earn. They're able to fund their travels, their accommodation, their foods, and stuff for Lua. And it's really fantastic. You can just follow them. I know if you guys are listening to the multi-stream, I don't know, just follow me on Twitter or X, and then you'll go through the rabbit hole and you'll find Aleus, Strawberry, and Brover's. Did I call Brover Over? My God, I did it again. So I guess it's Brover. Get it? The bro of over, like bruh over. I don't know. But yeah, that's the power mapping thing. And this is, so here's, oh, thank God, Savory is wanting to speak. Thank God. I know he's going to like save me. Swavery, hello. Hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Yo, what's up? How are you, Carmen?
Oh, I'm good. How's everything there?
Pretty good. It's fall. I'm on the road as per usual, off to an appointment as per usual. And I see you got a packed room as always. Just awesome to see. And I enjoyed the last few spaces. I didn't get a chance to chime in, but very good spaces.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything you wanted to add with me botching up DPIN and Map to Earn and stuff like that?
No, you did a great job. I just wanted to add, yesterday I had an interesting experience with a Google contractor who was doing a different type of mapping. He was on foot, and he had a backpack, a huge, I guess it was a hard drive with GPS and a whole bunch of cameras and a whole bunch of sensors. And I chatted with him for a few minutes. Very interesting stuff Google is doing. I think Over still has a lead position, but they're actually doing inside of malls and inside of buildings now. Google, that is, with their street view maps. So I found that really interesting.
Thank you for sharing that. You know, that's interesting. I will say that Over the Reality has been able for like 3 years now. Okay, no, well, let's say coming around 2 years. I don't know, maybe I'm stretching it. Let's call it 18 months. They've been able to actually map inside locations, like 3D map inside locations and grabbing their geolocation data, whereas Google has not been. Like Google was strictly an outdoor, outside, on your car, walking kind of thing. And that was like another difference between Over the Reality and like Google. But now one of our community members and Over the Reality ambassador, Swavery, he just saw somebody, he said, with a from Google with a backpack, and now Google's finally catching up to Over the Reality and getting their ducks in order, because they're like, oh my God, Over's doing this, where have we been? So now they're starting to map indoors. I'm going to ask Swavery, do you know if their indoor mapping also gathers geolocation data the way Over does?
He wasn't, the person that I spoke with, the contractor, he wasn't really too chatty about that aspect of it, but I suspect, based on the hardware that he was carrying, that it had some geolocating aspects to it. How it's going to be leveraged indoors, I mean, that's very technical, but it is very possible. We've come a long way since Google Maps was first introduced, more so the Street View was first introduced. But it was pretty high tech and snazzy looking, I gotta say. And I think that Google might be opening up services, at least from the exchange that I got. Well, I don't want to get too far into getting anyone in trouble here, but yeah, for the most part, I think there's going to be some things that are going to be extended from the Google side to add value to their existing Street View functionality.
Okay. No, I get it. It's always great to know what other people are doing or companies in the space that we're in, and that's really interesting. What I know are this Diego and Davide are the co-founders of Over the Reality. They always say they're really not in competition. Like people in Web3 or companies and technologies, innovations in Web3, they're really just all building the platform, the ecosystem, this Web3 ecosystem. And what is Web3 even exactly? But that's a whole other topic. But D&D, Diego and Davide always say they're not in competition. They're just here building out what they want to build. And we know Google is doing Google. I love that Swayberry came in and gave us this like tidbit of news, because I probably wouldn't have known until like maybe a month, or I find that news in my feed. But yeah, oh my God, thank you so much for that. If anybody else wants to come in and chime in, please, if I can catch you, or if Twitter X allows me to bring up people, that is really great. But let's get back to the creating XR experiences on over spatial computing platforms. So what these power mappers are doing, Brover, Alea, Strawberry, and a bunch of other people. I'm just calling them, I'm just naming them because they're here, and I call them power mappers because they're legit. Like they do at least 50 over maps a day. And you know what? If I would recommend for those of you watching in the multi-stream to don't act like a Web3 person, act like Web2. Do your own research. I know I say that is because you would not believe the amount of DMs I get asking, oh, can you tell me about Over? DMs from Over the Reality. DMs on Over the Reality's social platforms. They're DMing. There's so many people DMing saying, oh, I came across Over the Reality. Can you please tell me more about it? And I'm like, bro, dude, come on, go to the trail, go to our website, look at it, do some reading. What, people don't read anymore? I have no idea. But do some reading, do your own research. That's what I meant by don't act like a Web3. Although Web3 people have to do their own research with crypto, but that's a whole other thing. But just do your own research. Look up Over the Reality, OVER, the THE Reality, REALITY.ai. You get it, overthereality.ai, not .com.ai. Go to the website. You have to just go to the website, and if there are any questions you have, then if you come across the word DPIN, Google DPIN. I'm just saying, you got resources at the tip of your fingers, guys, at the tip of your fingers. Use them. We have Brover over. Oh, we have Brover coming over to be a speaker. Hey, Brover. It's so funny.
What's up? Sorry we're a little bit late. We finished mapping, and the traffic is terrible in Brussels. So we are around 2,000 kilometers away from home. And we finished mapping for the day, but it's even though those countries, France and Belgium, are expensive just for food, it's expensive. But if we map a little bit every day, it's we're in profit. The thing is, today we finished mapping everything we wanted to map in the park of Tomorrowland.
Yes.
Yeah, great place. I mean, there isn't anything. It's just a park where people walk their dogs, but people bought it because of Tomorrowland, of course. Great place, and a lot of OVR tokens. It was really fun. So the thing is, we can go almost anywhere and still make money and cover the expenses and make way more. It's super fun.
I see this, I follow you guys, and I see this, and to me, I think that's fantastic. I kind of think that you and Strawberry and Elias and people who are in Europe, let's say, I don't know, this is just my personal opinion. You kind of like have an advantage. The reason why, because hello, number one, it's Europe. And number two, you have you can get to a lot of different cities with different cultures and like a lot more like tourist attractions and stuff in a small like area. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were to take that's what I'm saying. Like, and I know in the US, you have like all these states and then you can map. I don't know if you can map the Grand Canyon. Can you? I don't know. Good luck. But but you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of cities. There's more cities, different countries in one area. And if you were to take that same amount of area and overlay it on over the United States, it's like, no, you wouldn't get that much. And especially Canada, like Canada is huge. So that's what I mean by the three of you might have an advantage. Do you think so?
I don't think so. Seriously, I would love to be in the US. Of course, for a European, it would be like a minimum of $500 round trip, just for the flight. And then you have to sleep somewhere, and it's quite expensive. But I'm building a post. I'm a little bit late on this post about New York, for example. New York, you can map for, I would say, it's difficult to say, but I would say like 3 or 4 months before running out of places to map. And every day you could make something like, I would say, if you're alone, I don't know, $500 per day, $500, $600 per day. And I mean, if you're busy, even if you 2, 3 mappers at the same time, there's so much to map. And it's super fast. You only have to be willing to be on the streets or in parks. I mean, I checked a lot New York, and parks are the most profitable places. Central Park, you can be in for a month or 2 in Central Park and not run out of maps to do. So yeah, that's my take.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you hear that, guys? If any of these power mappers set foot in the US and or Canada, that's it. Like, that's it. And they're going to start earning all these overlands, like from their mapping. That's it. Like, we don't have any chance. So you better get a move on before these power mappers come over and land on our shores, like crossing that little pond, the Atlantic Ocean. I'm just kidding. But I'd love to host you. You know what? We should all have like not an Airbnb, but couch surfing. We should have like an over the reality type of couch surfing internally, where if you guys want to come to like wherever I am, you definitely can stay with me for free. We'll just have fun. We'll cook together. And then if I ever want, do you know what I mean? We should do that within the Over the community. And if we want to go over to like where Swavery is, I know he can hook us up with I'm just kidding, but you don't know. He can hook us up with some places to stay, that kind of stuff. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but it could be a thing. Let me see. I forgot to invite over as a co-host. And now they are. Oh, okay. Now I gotta like hide this phone. Anyway, no, you know what, Brover? I'm so glad you came up and you gave us an update on what's going on with you and with you guys. You guys finished mapping. We're still going to talk about. Don't worry. We're still going to talk about how you can create XR experiences on over a spatial computing platform. And this is the thing. The mapping part is one of the key things. Okay, here's the thing. Oh my God. Anyone can map a location on over the reality, over the physical world, anyone. But there's kind of like, I'm going to bifurcate this. There's kind of like 2 ways, right? You can either map, you can be like an independent agent. Maybe I'm not saying that right. And just map areas because you want to. And the reason why you want to is because you want to use that 3D map, that scan, that Gaussian splatting, that on the Over app, we have, a feature where you use Gaussian splats. Like actually, it uses your camera's mobile phone, It uses your mobile phone's It uses your mobile phone's camera, and as you move in a location, don't worry, it's in the app. It's got these tutorials. We've got Elias doing a lot of tutorials, and I think Brover just did a couple. There's a lot of tutorials out there on how to actually map. and get a good effect or get good results. But using your mobile phone with the over app, you just have to like, your camera is going to take all these photos, like 20, 30, 40, hundreds, maybe 2,000 photos of the area, and it's collecting all this geolocation data. So if you're an independent agent and you just want to map and you want, let's say you want to map, I'm going to say it, Hollywood and Vine. I don't know why. If you want to map that corner of Hollywood and Vine, if you happen to be in Los Angeles, because you need that background or that environment, maybe for an AR, XR experience, or maybe for a game, or maybe you just want to use it because that's where your dad proposed to your mom. Who the hell proposes to people in the corner of Hollywood and Vine? I don't even know. I've never been to Hollywood and Vine. Is it a nice place? I don't know. And Brover, come on up. High five, Brover.
High five. So that's it's something really easy to understand. If you have a smartphone, that's not too old, of course, like maybe max 2 years old. There's a very low probability that your area has been mapped by a power mapper or overly mapped, except if you're in Madrid, for example. Even if you're in Madrid, there's still places to map. And if you're mapping in your home city, you don't have a time constraint. So if you just want to try it out, if there is an inside tutorial, it's very basic. You can do it in 1 or 2 minutes, and you just map your area. It doesn't cost you anything. There's nothing to pay at the entry. It's like zero. You can just try it out, and then if you map in your area, you can make a good amount of money, and enough to buy you a very good smartphone. So this way, you can, if you like it, you can use your new smartphone and start going in the areas next to you, and earn quite a big amount of VR just still in your city and around. I mean, before we started running out of very good places to map, it took a lot of time. And even if you run out of places for direct reward, there's always the, how they call the OVM, where you earn now, because of the update from the team, you can earn 90 cents per map that you do that is not a place that has been mapped. So it's so easy. And the thing is, we are lucky that in the places we want to go, everybody's aware of it. That's our advantage.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I totally forgot about the OpenStreetMap, the OSM. I totally forgot about that. But yeah. Now with OpenStreetMap, you don't have to. Yeah, it's a whole other thing. You don't have to join the Overs Map to Earn program and get an invite code and all that stuff. You can literally just download the app, go to the Over app icon, you'll see it, and then just follow the tutorial and start like mapping. And you can I know some people might say 90 cents. What do you mean 90 cents per map? But actually, you even heard him say this. I kid you not. He has proof. He's got receipts, man. He bought a new Android phone just by mapping, right, Rover?
Exactly. So I bought the Samsung S24 Ultra, which I didn't even get a reduction for it, to 1,450 euro, something like $1,600. And we directly went to Seville and Granada. And on the way back, I had the entire money back and plus profit, because we mapping with Strawberry Cake, and I had the money back, and we paid for all the expenses and a little bit left in profits. It's crazy. Over.
I mean, that's amazing. I'm glad that. So the reason why I'm bringing that up and we're talking about, so you have a really great understanding about 3D mapping. So this is how it turns into the XR conversation, right? Because in XR, okay, let's go back. I'm going to ask, so you hear these terms thrown out, XR, MR, VR, AR. I'm going to read from one of these Google things, like, what exactly are you talking about? So XR is a short form for extended reality. And that encompasses augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. So it's an umbrella term. XR is an umbrella term for AR, VR, MR. Okay. So what is VR? We know what VR is. Or if you don't, you have those Meta headsets, and there's Samsung headsets. There's all these, Hive even has a headset. There's all these headsets where so VR is for virtual reality, and basically it allows you to be in an immersive digital environment. Like literally, you put on these headsets, and if you you put on these headsets, where's my thing that I never use? You put on these headsets, and you can literally see, you can really feel that you are in it, like your whole view, 360, not 360, but wherever. It's like you're in it, you're immersed. Virtual reality. So augmented reality is augmented reality is where you can take a 3D asset and put it over like the physical world, right? And so you're augmenting what you see in the real world with these 3D assets floating around or in place. So with mixed reality is a view of the real, just follow me. A view of the real world, which is a physical world, with an overlay of digital elements, and physical with an overlay of digital elements where the physical and digital elements can interact. Okay, mixed reality is a view of the physical world with an overlay of digital elements where the physical and digital elements can interact. So when we talk about XR, that's the umbrella term for MR, which I just told you what it was, AR and VR. Now, when I talk about over the reality, and we're saying that it's really a great when you want to create, to me, I think it's a great platform for creating XR experiences. So now you know what I'm talking about. XR meaning AR, VR, mixed reality experiences. The reason being is that you can put 3D assets on any over a physical location, a physical geolocation over the real world. There are caveats, and I will share that in a bit. But all you have to do is, as if it's so easy, but I know there are people out there that are listening and that haven't even heard this. There are people who are starting to learn Blender, are intermediate creators on Blender, or there are specialists in Blender or any 3D graphic software like Blender, Maya. There's so many other ones. There's even Sketchfab if you really don't want to create on your own and stuff like that. You can create any 3D model, and then you can upload it on over the reality. Now there are like instructions and stuff like that, and of course there's like things where you have to make sure, like you have to meet the specifications and stuff like that, but it's not hard. People are doing it. Not only that, Over also has its own web builder, and I know Brover started creating a Power Mapper started creating AR experiences. So that was really great. In addition to, Over also has a Unity SDK. So with Unity, it's more like if you really want your 3D assets to have like physics aspects or physics features, then you would need to use Unity. And that is why it's like one of the, I don't know, Unreal Engine is well, let's not talk about that. But Unity is really known as like the standard for gaming, for like a gaming engine, where people can, create games like on the mobile phone and stuff like that. But I get it. Unreal Engine, this is not the conversation. Is it Unreal? Is it Unity? They both have their pros and cons. But yes. So here's the thing. I'm still going to say this. We're still really new to this. And for those of you that are going to listen to this or watch this in the future or come across this and you hear that, oh my God, I heard about over the reality, and they were talking about like what XR and something like spatial computing. You're going to hear about this 7-10 years, and you're going to know that Over kind of like was kind of like the pioneer in the forefront of it. Now, when we get to spatial computing, I don't think I'm the one to really talk about spatial computing. I actually took notes, to be honest. Spatial computing, it's like where we want to be. It's like where Web3 needs to be. So spatial, like space, location, and everything to do with collecting data and stuff like that, and interaction with that data in a spatial space environment. That's the thing. So we already know with Web 2, we have websites. We interact with our websites, right? I can live stream on a website. We can chat on a website. We can, on the browser, we can game on a website, on a browser. But now to take all that information and that ability to engage on a website and put it into a three-dimensional form over a space, like your physical world, that to me is spatial computing. I could be wrong, but I think in simple terms, that's what it is. And it's not an easy feat. Spatial computing is a different it's completely different technology, and it's new, and they're still improving on it. And I don't think, I could be wrong, but I really don't think Google is a spatial computing platform. 100% not. And I know you've heard, I think 2 years ago, or was it last year, Apple said Apple Vision Pro, they're, Apple spatial, whatever they said, is spatial computing. And then people heard that. People heard about the metaverse when Facebook changed their name to Meta, and people heard about, oh, the metaverse. And then people heard about spatial computing when Apple launched the Apple Vision Pro. Oh, spatial computing, shut up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's funny when these big brands say these things in the mainstream, people go, oh yeah, like now it's a real thing. No, 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 no. Before anything gets in the minds of marketing, in the minds of your heads, there are small teams out there that have building this way before. And they're not out there looking for credit or anything like that. They legit believe this is the future. They legit are futurists, and then they're innovating to help prepare for what's coming on. And these are companies like Over the Reality and other companies that I won't mention. But yes, we actually have a lot of content creators here. There is KBot. He's been building out on oh my God, KBot, is it Crypto Voxels? I'm so sorry if I don't know. There's so many metaverses and it's too early in the morning for me. But KBot's been building out in metaverses. In fact, he even wrote a book about that, on metaverses and understanding blockchain and all this Web3 stuff. And that's fantastic. You can also get it from Amazon Kindle. I know I downloaded it. I would love to post it up on the Jumbotron or Billboard or Nest on the Twitter X space and share it on the live stream. But right now, I don't know. I don't trust my fingers. I'm going to probably rug the room. I'm going to bring them up. But KBot's been building, MetaMike's been building. Oh my God, we have Altered Alley's been building. Joe has been building. Like, so many people have been building. It's like insane. Who else started? Okay, let me do the shout out. I want to do a shout out. Hexadize. Oh my God, Hexadize has been building. Hexadize has been hexadizing everything. Hexadize has been building. Everybody's been building. So shout out to Hexadize for joining. Thank you. I miss you. I'm so glad you're here. KBot, thank you for joining. Igly.eth. Hey, CryptoCam. Hey, Lex, the Miami guy. Hey, hey, Mark Zenu. Our Hexa, oh my God, our Hexa's here. Hey, Irina. Ooh, Irina, she's an Irina Step Art. She's a 3D VR NFT artist. There you go. I'm going to follow you. Anybody who is a 3D artist, you need to be building on Over the Reality. Get your 3D did I say asses? I meant assets. Get your 3D assets onto Over the Reality, please. Why? Is because if you're building on Spatial or Sandbox or Decentraland or CryptoVoxel or Superworld or blah, 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 I don't know. Just take those assets, put, I don't know, export them into a .glb file or whatever file, and then just go to town with Over the Reality. I also want to do a shout out to Prableen, Poppy, Morning Gray, Funny Monies. Oh, I like that. And Santiago. And who else? And there's one other secret listener. KBot, high five. Oh, and Stilo. Oh my God. Shout out to Stilo. Oh my God. Hey, Stilo and Honeycomb. Anyway, sorry, KBot. Good morning.
Hello, innovators. I'll make it fast. I know, I'm here with you guys. I fly a drone professionally or semi-professionally. It's like a side hustle. It's a 4K drone, DJ Mavic. The thing is it possible to map with OVR with my drone? And I understand that, you're not allowed to fly it over private property. And anytime I bring it out, people are like, oh, it's looking at me, shoot it, People don't like drones, but I think it would be efficient to use to map. Is that possible? That's my question. Thanks so much, everyone.
K-Bot. It would be amazing if you can, but currently not. And the reason why is currently not. The reason why is because you need your mobile phone. Unless you can.
Yes, the drone flies from the mobile phone as the controller.
Yes. My God, that's interesting. Correct. No, I have the DJI Spark, by the way, like so old, but
nice.
I don't even know why. Anyway, so here's the thing. You definitely, yes, you can. Yes, you can use your iPhone. You can use your mobile phone to fly the drone, but you need the over app. Oh my God! You know what? That's a mind fuck.
Let me say.
No, I totally understand what you're talking about, but I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if when you're flying the drone. No, there's a disconnect there because you're using the drone's camera, but you need your mobile phone's camera. I did it.
The phone captures and caches the images and the longitude and latitude. But I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Yesterday, a client asked me to spy on their neighbor who has a rooster next door. And I explained to him that that's not legal, but he wanted me to do it anyway, and it didn't work.
Oh, okay. I want to ask, how come it didn't work?
The neighbor hid the rooster in the house. So
Oh.
we couldn't capture the rooster. And the price he was going to pay me was contingent on capturing this damn rooster.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy. You know what? We need to get those little micro drones where it looks like flies. I know they have them.
Oh my God, you already know that.
CIA, FBI, NMLOP. I know you have them. And if there's a fly in here, I'm gonna smash them. But yes, that's a great thing. I know, Brover, you had your hand up. So we're gonna go high five Brover, then high five Swavery.
I wanted to wait. I'm going to close the door because I'm doing some work at the place I'm at. So a drone might be actually interesting because a lot of times we have places to map over the water, right? Not everyone has a boat big enough to. You need only 3 square meters to make a map, but it would be nice. So the thing is, if you are able to hold your phone upright and you are able to see exactly what's going on. You have the over app open and you see through your eyes or through a screen. The over app is open, the map is launched. You need to be able also to control your phone at a distance. And then it just needs, it's going to do a picture in burst and it just need to be 2 minutes in the air to do a map, even less than that. So I would say it's technically possible because it's still the phone's location. I would say it's possible to do it. If you have the app open while it's flying and you see what's going on in the phone and you can touch the screen, I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say
that's
yes.
Possible.
Yeah, thank you, Brover. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go. So I'm thinking you need to MacGyver the shit out of that. You need to have 2 mobile. Exactly what Brover said. You got to have your drone with the mobile phone, and if you can see the screen of the mobile phone that's attached to the drone, and you're controlling the drone because it probably FPV, first person view, and yeah, that's a MacGyver kind of thing, K-Bot. Gee, K-Bot, you and your questions. It's like not so early in the morning, too. My goodness. I love that question, though. By the way, you're not the first one who asked that. A number of people have. And I didn't even know you were a drone pilot. Oh, my God. I love drone pilots. Anyway, shh. Calm down, Carmen. Calm down. I wanted to be a drone. I consider myself an amateur drone pilot, but I'm all about the drone pilot. Anyway, Swavery, high five.
Hey, high five. I didn't quite hear what Brover said because for some reason he dropped out on my end, so he may have answered K-Bot's question. Can you just kind of give me a recap on what was said?
Yeah, sure. So the phone needs to be. It's very tricky, right? Because I don't think it has ever been done before. So the phone needs to be attached to the drone, and you need to see exactly what's going on with the camera. Do you hear me?
Are we having this disconnect? Yes, Swavery. So Brover was speaking, and I guess Swavery couldn't hear you, Brover. So I'm wondering, it's one of those gotta go out and come back in kind of thing.
I'm gonna go out.
Okay, I heard you just now, but can you hear me now?
Wait, Brover, can you say something? Oh, he left. Yeah, I can hear you. I totally can hear you, Swavery.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to address the question that K-Bot asked just now. If I heard it correctly, because it was chipping in and out, K-Bot was asking if you can use a drone to capture maps. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I think from what I understand with the technology that over leverages, you actually need to gather different data sets in the mapping process with a smartphone. So the biggest process is the trilateration, which uses the actual satellites and the GPS coordinates. And then from that, you can get a positioning, a point of reference. And then there's the point clouds that actually have to be captured from the phone as well. So the phone, it's kind of the central part of the whole thing. To put it into a drone, I suppose it could be done with coding, but I don't know how that would look. I think that might be a little bit more challenging because you're using the phone to navigate the drone, plus the drone has to do the heavy lifting of point clouds, plus the trilateration with the GPS, which it has to connect with a minimum, I think, four satellites at a time. So anyway, bit of a nerdy answer, but I hope that answers the question.
No, we love the nerdy answers. Brover. Actually, Brover said, Brover, what did you say about able to use a drone with 3D mapping?
Well, you can hear me, right? You can hear me now.
I can. Swavery, can you hear him?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, perfect. So I don't think it has ever been done before. The thing is, when it could be really useful for places that need to be mapped that are above water. And even if it's above water, it's tricky. Yeah, that I forgot about it. When it's above water, the pyramid, which is in the first phase of the mapping, it goes away. It goes away with the water. So when it's reflecting, it's difficult. But if you want to do it with a drone, not above water, I would say you need to have your phone attached to the drone, and you need to control your phone while it's in the air. And you have to see exactly what's going on on the camera, because you have to move in certain directions, and that has to happen for like between 1.5 and 3 minutes, something like that. So it has never been done before, but I think it's technically possible.
No, I could see you need to MacGyver that. Like I get the whole, I understand how it works. Thank you so much for Swavery for giving the nerd version. I love that. I think everybody here in the space are nerds, so they totally understand that. And thank you, Brover. I really think in terms of the software integration thing, it really has to be all manually done. So, whatever Swavery said, what Swavery said, the whole logistic technical aspect and what the over the reality map app is really capturing, the satellites, that data, that whole central point of location, that's very, very important. And then what Brover is saying is the whole physicality, the logistical physicality of it. So, you need 2 phones. You need to, I know it can be done because humans are very ingenious and they're very ingenious. Oh my God, is that the right word? I know it can be done, but that's a MacGyver thing. And here's the thing. You need a powerful drone. I don't think the Mavic or the Spark or anything is going to be able, you need a big industry enterprise drone where you attach a mobile phone and then another mobile phone. So you have to make sure that you are okay losing that mobile phone and losing that drone just in case. I don't know. I'm just saying, but you know what? That's giving me like I wanted to do that vibes. But no, I need a bigger drone. And by the way, K-Bot, we need to talk about drones. Can we? We'll do a space on drones. Oh, I want to do So there's people that are coming up here. Elias, I'm gonna add Elias in. There's so many people who want to speak and chime in. Then there is Honeycomb. And then there is Poppy. Yay, Poppy Abraham. Okay, we're gonna go with Elias first, and then Honeycomb, and then Poppy. Hi, Elias.
Hello. Yes, I just wanted to say that all the answers before are right. We are not using drones first because it's almost impossible for the app to develop an app that will works in every single model of drones that worldwide are outside. It's already Apple and Android a heart of. Second, yes, the cloud points we need. So we need also the connection with the GPS and all that thing. There are things I see that many people here doesn't know, but for driving a drone or flying a drone, you need a license, a pilot license too. So attaching a mobile to a drone is not a good idea. It will be a huge red flag. Police inside of you thinking that you are driving something with a bomb. So something that we can't do because it's impossible right now. It's very easy to do with your phone and walk around. Doing with the drone is, I like the idea. I have a drone. I could do it even, I don't need to drive the drone. My drone drive itself. So I could just pull a button and do the thing by itself. But it is what it is. Like it's very easy to do the mapping actually. And it's enjoyable to do the mapping right now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, thank you for reiterating that yeah, no, that's true. Oh yeah, your drone is the Hover HI, the one that the Follow Me drone. So that's some, thank you for that. Thanks for your input. Who's next? Honeycomb. So we're gonna go with Honeycomb, Poppy, shoot, Lex, and then Rick the Ruler. Thanks so much, Amaleas. Honeycomb, high five.
All right. I was building it while you're talking about it. So you need to 3D print a chassis thing because then it doesn't matter what drone, and it holds your phone. And then you're going to need the camera from the drone looking at the phone to know what you're seeing. You're going to need a little button pushy thingy, so some type of robotic arm to hit to place, right? With a little mapping that I've done. So I think you're going to need a robotic arm or some attachment to touch the phone. And then insurance on your phone, and then manually control through a controller while watching through the camera of the drone into the phone. And then you could hit that program button and like make it do the little loop-de-loop of the time and the up and down. And then like Elias was saying, then just hit a button. And then you hit the 1 point and then hit the code for the drone to do the little, however that pattern is, and rinse, wash, repeat.
Okay, bruh, do it. I will task you to do it. It's Thursday, October the 24th. I'll give you till sometime between, this is long, man. This is long. I'll give you some time. If you can do it before Miami, go. We're going to do it at Art Basel, Bit Basel. We're doing it, babe. We're doing it. Do it. You talked about 3D printing. I'm sure you got access. The United, go to a 3D printing cafe. I'm sure they have 3D printing cafes. Find one. Do it. I'm going to task you if you can do it by.
I'm gonna use K-Bot's advice when he spoke on. Pretty sure it was K-Bot, but your local library, you might want to check out what they have on the arts divisions and things like that, because a lot of local libraries have 3D printers.
Yes, and also you have a lot of maker spaces. Anywhere you can get your hands on a 3D printer, whatever you said, you do it. Thank you for that. Rick the Poppy, then Lex, then Rick the Ruler.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Carmen. I just got a basic nuts and bolts PML question here. When we're doing the maps, somebody just listening in, what is the square footage or square meters per map for the 90 cents?
Oh, that's a good one. I'd love, Brover, since you're still speaker, could you answer that, please?
I'm sorry. I'm in conversation with my brother. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. Just for a profit and loss analysis, what is the square meters or square footage for 90 cents that constitute a map?
Oh, it's 300 square meters, so it's 17 on 17. But with your map, actually, so sometimes you mean a land, because a map can be 3 square meter. If you're in a small alley, it's still valid if you do it in that small alley. If it's the only place where you can go, it's going to be 3 square meter of map, but the land itself, it's 300 square meters, like 17 on 17. So you just have to do like maybe 15 steps and you are at the end of a map.
Very good, very good. That was it. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Poppy. It's nice to hear you, and thank you, Brover, for answering that. I really appreciate that. So Poppy, and then Lex. Hey, Lex.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon. Great space. Glad I grabbed this half of it. And yeah, I know you guys were talking about something super technical, but I mean, I couldn't help it but to grab my headphones and listen to the Rooster Hunter Adventures of K-Bot. That was what brought me in. And just everything you guys were talking about after, which, I mean, shit, Swavery, Brover brought in, I mean, Honeycomb, everybody brought in the pieces to make that happen. And I love that. Oh, everyone is just kind of brain got put together. You know, we got I mean, shit, your libraries have 3D printers? Miami Library's got Cafecito at 305. That's all they have. You guys got 3D printers? That's amazing. But I was just thinking, and if I could throw something in, because you guys basically just figured that out. K-Bot, all these guys just figured it out for you. But I was just thinking on the part that Honeycomb said about having the little robotic hand, I mean, that's dope, right? But if you just VPN from your surrogate phone into that phone and handle everything that you can do, I think, let's say if it was Android, it's pretty good at just maneuvering everything on that secondary phone, right? From your surrogate phone, it handles all that, well, even the tapping and all that, right? Just as you were taking over someone else's phone somewhere else and doing tech support. So I believe that would handle that part. I just put up I mean, one thing has nothing to do with the other, but I just put a little up on the billboard, somebody who attached, not as cool as like what Honeycomb was saying, but he kind of like tied up a phone to a drone and seeing that. But that would be very dope, because I know exactly what K-Bot was talking about. I mean, there's all kind of survey. I mean, you don't see helicopters anymore, at least in Miami. Everything's drone now. So for real estate surveys, for inspection surveys, for all kinds of stuff. And this drone's going over everybody. And, you know, and I know different countries have different laws. But, I mean, I'm the last person to give advice on over. I'm definitely still learning, guys. But that would be amazing, right? So you guys can microfit, you know, a surrogate device, right? Because of all the reasons Swavery said about all those satellite components and all that stuff. But just having the drone being the fuselage, right? It would be the fuselage over land, where the places where you can't get to. I mean, start thinking about different stuff, that kind of. But anyways, I don't know if anything made sense what I said. But yeah, I love the conversation. And yeah, I want to know more later on the Rooster Hunter project. So yeah, let me know. Peace.
Peace to you, Miami guy. Thanks for joining. I know you're so busy. I think it's your, I don't know, electronic day. That's an inside joke, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for joining. But yeah, I love this. I love how we're all brainstorming, or, you know, K-Bot and asked a question and we're all like figuring it out how to do it. I'd love to see that done. Let's do it. And you definitely need some type of insurance for all your gadgets, unless you have deep pockets. Who else was next? Okay, we're going to have, thank you, Lex. We're going to have Rick the Ruler up, and then Crypto Cam. Rick the Ruler, high five.
High five, high five. Good morning, everyone. Loving the call, loving the ideas flowing through. K-Bot, you know, I love the idea of mapping with a drone, man. And as a drone pilot myself, I would love to tap in with you guys once you have kind of a solution in mind. For me, I'm also thinking about, when mapping, a way to be a little bit more discreet about what I'm doing. So I love 360 cameras. I have a few of them from Insta360. I've been into 360 videography for a couple of years now, and I see that there's a lot of alignment between like spatial imaging and over the reality, is there a way to maybe capture or use 360 footage to map? Because that would make it where we can just walk through a specific area without people even much noticing that we're mapping. And ideally, that's what I'd like to do, because a lot of times when I'm mapping, I'm with my family, and it's kind of tough to get it done and not look kind of crazy because I'm around kids, and people feel a certain way about their kids being on camera, and I have to try to explain to them, no one ends up in it, but something where we can use 360 footage or 360 cameras to map, that would be really dope, and we could make some content out of it as well.
Wow. Here's another K-Bot person asking the question. Love that question, Rick the Ruler. So here's the thing with the Insta360 or any other 360 cameras, this is my take on it. I could be wrong, but it's just a standalone camera. The camera, in order to capture and to 3D map a location and over the reality and get all the geolocation data, is you're really using over the reality's app on your mobile phone. And then you're using the mobile phone's camera to capture like the Gaussian splats, the footage. So Swavery, you're gonna nerd out. High five, Swavery.
High five once again. Yeah, another point to piggyback on what you said, Carmen, a lot of what is required for the 3D component, you need different reference points. So you could use one stationary map, but the whole process of the smartphone and Map2Earn is to move around the environment. So you get different perspectives of the environment so that when the AI does render the Gaussian splat, that you can actually roam freeform throughout the environment that's captured. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Okay, Rick the Ruler, does that answer your question? High five.
It does and it doesn't. When you're using an 8K 360 camera, you get a live feed of every single angle around you. So you get better footage than what you would get from your camera on your phone, and you get spatial imaging. So I can create like skyboxes with my footage, for example, because I can see every single angle, capturing it from a 360 camera. So I get what you guys are saying. A traditional camera, probably not, because it's just one perspective. But with a 360, you're looking at every single angle. So let's say I walked around a fountain or I walked around a pyramid. I could capture every single image and every single angle just by walking in a circle once, right? So that's what I'm talking about.
No, we told.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yes. So it is following the same principles of photogrammetry. So that should technically work with the 3D camera. But unless the 3D camera is capturing all the data sets, the point clouds, the GPS locations, and it's really challenging, I think, from just a technical standpoint to get everything in just that one circle. Let's just say you circle around a fountain, as you said. You still would need to get 3 data sets in order for it to be a full 3D digital twin of the environment, if that makes sense.
It does. There's a lot of technical loops to jump through, but I have a vision of just walking everywhere with my 360 camera, on my back somewhere and mapping everything.
You know what, Rick the Ruler? Keep that vision, because that will fruition. The tech just needs to see, you know what, you're innovative, imaginative thinking, just like with K-Bots. It's always the imagination first, and then followed by the concept, and then basically we have all the technology there. It's just, I guess, merging them with the hardware and software part. But absolutely, I don't see why you cannot do that. I'm pretty sure it will be done in a couple of years. Somebody's gonna, oh my God, maybe DJI. I love DJI. Maybe DJI is gonna come up with that, with something like that. Maybe it's in their R&D, in their R&D department right now. Who knows? But Yes, yes. I love all these questions. Wow, I had to change this to, I had to add the plus D pin, and now I'm gonna have to add, I can't add because there's no more characters. Plus, oh my God, plus futuristic innovation talk. I don't know. But I do want, thank you so much for your questions, everybody. My goodness, we're already 8 minutes past the hour. We can still go on longer. I do want to bring up Crypto Cam. Hey, Crypto Cam, high five.
What is up? What is up? What is up, fam? And this is why I absolutely adore coming and hanging out with all y'all tech people. Because, you know, I'm probably the oldest here, so that means I am the youngest tech maturity over here. So, like, hearing, you know, you guys' thoughts and the innovations, like, all this stuff's going to come to fruition. Like the 360 camera, it's going to come. You know why? Because you said it. And because you're thinking about it, and because you want it. And it makes sense, you know what I mean, to simplify things, you know, as we progress, you know. So, like, hearing all you guys' thoughts and stuff is just, it blows me away. I'm an over rookie. I'm supposed to have a little training class with Hex later on today to get me fully inundated, learn some tricks and tips, you know, so I can start making some content and get in my area and start mapping. So I'm looking forward to that. Brover and Strawberry Cake have super motivated me, you know, to get out there. I've enjoyed watching their content and seeing what they're doing. They're making me miss home back in Germany. Seeing them travel around Europe, though, but I enjoy it. So, you know, I appreciate all you guys' minds, you know what I mean, and, you know, your skill set and talents, and I appreciate you guys coming to these spaces and sharing, you know, with us old farts, you know what I mean, who are still trying to stay up on the tech, and, you know, I'm trying to learn stuff from my granddaughter, you know what I mean, so I can tell her, yeah, I was there. I didn't do it, but I was there. You know, I mapped some stuff. It's all Papa stuff right here, you know. So, you know, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys, you know, and really appreciate your minds and all your skill sets, man, and all your thought processes. You know what I'm saying? Because you just get me thinking, you know, and it's nice and it's refreshing. And I'm vibing. I love y'all techs.
Oh, Crypto Cam, I love that. And you're not old, for heaven's sakes. Like, I mean, I've been to your spaces. I see what you do. You're such a huge contributor of this evolving ecosystem that we're building out. Like, everybody has parts in that. So don't ever say that. But yes, I'm learning too. I totally feel you. I love spaces like this where people ask questions and kind of, like, you know, throw things out there into the universe. And you're right. Just because something was said, it's going to happen because he said it and he wanted it and they wanted it. It's going to happen, guys. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Okay. It's time to, like, look to see who just joined. Oh, Ira Labs is here. Hi, Ira. Hi, Virtual X. Hi, Mark Zenu, James Jones, Kindra. Oh my God, we have more people from the mainnet Zenu community. I love it. Hey, Open Metaverse, 2%, and Ras Connected. I love that. So you guys, and we have 2 other secret listeners. I wonder who they are. Maybe it's Diego and Davide. I'm just kidding. But hey, you know what? I love CryptoCam. I love that you called Bro Cake. Can we call them Bro Cake? You know how they did Brangelina and who was the other one? You know, like, and Jennifer or Benifer. Let's call them Bro Cake. That's a total brand. And for sure, we know that they're gonna stay. They're not gonna be like, you know, whatever. But I love that.
I buy the t-shirt. You know what I mean?
I totally buy the t-shirt. We will buy the t-shirt, and somebody's gonna NFT that t-shirt, and somebody's gonna QR code that t-shirt, where we're gonna have some kind of experience with that. And Hex, what did you throw out the sad thing? Is it because yeah, I know you have a fat thumb. Hexadize, what are you doing? So CryptoCam, you're gonna have a session with Hex? Are you gonna be hexadized?
Yeah, I'm getting hexadized. We just been missing each other on timing and stuff, but you know, we're trying to get something linked up, you know, sometime today, and you know, get me baptized and over.
Baptized. Okay. I know, right? I'm so glad. So guys, I'm going to say this. If you are a content creator, and if you use any type of 3D modeling software, 3D graphic software, get your 3D assets onto Over the Reality. Just hit up Hexadize, hit up moi, hit up anybody here that's in the Over community, and we'll figure it out. Because I know we're still early on, but we're not. And I also don't want to not say this, But we have Altered Alley and Joe Soyo. Is Joe still here? Oh my God, he had to dip out. He's probably walking his dog or building. But we have Oh, Grateful Magnet. Nice to see you here. Okay, calm down, Carmen. We have Altered Alley and Joe Soyo. And I know K-Bot has some kind of like Halloween stuff going on in the different metaverses. So please follow them. I can and I will look for stuff to post, but you know what? I don't trust my hands right now. So just please follow Altered Alley, K-Bot. I know. Okay, there's K-Bot. Hey, K-Bot, high five. Let me try to post something. K-Bot, you have the mic while I try to post something. Hey, K-Bot. K-Bot? Are you speaking? You're unmuted. Maybe you're unmuted by accident. Or Twitter X is like giving us that thing. Anyway, let's wait for K-Bot to come back. And just wanted to say thank you so much, everybody who is watching any of the multi-streams or watching this or listening to this in the future. We are talking about creating XR experiences on Over's spatial computing platform. We're also talking about Over's DePIN Map to Earn, which is DePIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. And we're also talking about all the different innovative ways on how you can 3D map the world on Over the Reality using drones, using 360 cameras, and using 3D printers to MacGyver stuff like that. Like, it is insane. So yeah, this is like a full space today, and I love the brainstorming that's happening here. I do want to say that please follow Over the Reality on Twitter, X, or any other social platforms. And if you want to know about Over, please go to the website. It's you can find it. You use your brain and just read. And then if there are if there's any keywords that you quite don't understand what that means, Google it. Google DePIN, Google RWA, real world assets, Google spatial computing, and do all that. Be an independent researcher, and then come back and join one of these Over spaces and share what you know. You can say, you know what, I looked up DePIN and Over's DePIN is this, and then ask the questions. So you come here, do some research, and then ask your questions. I'm mean, aren't I? But I'm just saying. Like, this is not like Over 101. It can be. We can have an Over 101, but you know what? There's so many videos out there. Please, there's so many YouTube videos where our co-founders have been interviewed and they've been breaking down Over the Reality, like from ABC. So I can send you links. Hit me up and I'll send you all the links, and you can watch it over coffee or when you're sitting on the toilet or anything like that. I'm just saying. We do have some speakers. I'm going to bring up, K-Box, I'm going to bring up, hey, Lex, come back. High five.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say I did my research, and CryptoCamp, we're not old. We were just early. So yeah, shout out to you and everybody else in the room. Peace.
There you go. He said it. We're not old. We're just early. I could wear that T-shirt too. Hey, K-Bot, high five.
Carmen, thank you for letting me speak again. I'll make it fast. Hey, everyone. If I tagged you in that Halloween post, I apologize. I'm still learning how to do that. We're having the Halloween Nightmare in Voxels at the Avatar Convention Center starting tomorrow all the way to November 1st. We have featured performers and guests and experienced digital artists, AI artists. Altered Alley will be featured, Hexadize, Joe, LaRock, Chaz, NFT Tippy, and anyone here who wants to be a part of it, just DM me and I'll send you an email so you can have your art or link or space featured. We want to teleport into multiple metaverses, music, whatever you have. We want to showcase this. I do have some clients here in LA that I would like to educate about community and building. They're from Hollywood. They think they're special, and they want to be anonymous and touch their toes into this space. So any help would be helpful. There might be some celebrity connections as well. We have a couple of burlesque dancers who want to do a live stream peep show type deal. So it is for adults. Some of it, there's some token gated things. Anyone here is welcome to show up all week and run the thing, be involved, contribute, because this is about community, and anybody who wants to contribute, please join. It's free, and also anyone who wants to join or participate will get free NFTs in their MetaMask wallet of fantastic Halloween avatar wearables from Brooke Gangster. And I also want to thank Wonderland and Hex. He did a fantastic
Oh, K-Bot, did you cut out?
Can
There
you
you
guys
are.
hear me? I had a phone call.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Hollywood calling. Okay, so yeah, I'll be reaching out again, and please engage because I have to take this phone call. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that and being so generous with your collaborations and platforms and helping us get our different names out there. I really appreciate that. I was gonna say something. Did anybody else want to speak? Because I totally forgot what I was gonna say. My goodness. I was trying to find Altered Alley's link and Joe Soyo's, and I know that K-Bot either had tagged us on his Halloween thing, but do follow up on that. Ooh, I did want to say thank you so much for Poppy for bringing up that question, and I'm glad you got your question answered. And I missed him. So Mitch Jackson showed up. He popped in and then he popped out, and I wanted to do a shout out to Mitch Jackson. He's actually a lawyer of the metaverse and Web3, and he does, like, I don't know, I think Wednesdays, and I think he did one earlier on different talks, legal aspects of Web3 and the metaverse, and especially for content creators. And I wanted to do a shout out to him. I will reach out to him at the back. Oh, Mitch, I'm going to actually DM him. Ooh, I want to do a shout out to Jorge Sanchez. Thank you for following, Senior Creative Engineer and Prodigious. What's Prodigious? I will find out. Ooh, and hey, if Over the Reality is following you, did I follow you, or did someone follow you because you're collaborating with Over? You don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna do a DM to Mitch Jackson. Guys, it's already almost 20 minutes after the hour. Thank you so much for being here and joining the Over community space. We do this every Thursdays weekly, and we usually talk about Over and stuff like that. But then, of course, we go on to different other tangents because it is what it is. It's a community thing, and we're just onboarding new people. Hey, Jay's Connects, did you want to talk? Because I kind of thought I saw you come up and then you didn't, unless that was a butt dial. You can't butt dial a Twitter space, can you? No, you can't. Oh yes, I didn't know that there was a lot of drone. Of course, there's going to be a lot of drone pilots here, but I'm gonna hit you guys up in the DMs and let's talk about having a drone in Web3 space, if it's even that such a thing, which I'm sure there is. Let's do that, because I'm totally, and can we all, I don't know, there is what is that? I have this simulator, like, I'm off topic. I forgot what it's called. It's not DJI. It's Drone Racing League, DRL. If you are a drone pilot, you know the Drone Racing League. So I have that. I think you can download that from Steam, and that's where I practice my FPV and all that stuff and all my skills. But I've never really flew an FPV drone because, like, I get my skills together first because I don't want to crash it. But let's get together and let's do a space on real world stuff, which is drones and drone piloting and all that stuff. And there are some drones that you can get that you don't need a license as long as it's under 250 grams. And I know that DJI has about 2 or 3 of them. So you don't always need a license for that as long as the drone is under 250 grams, I believe. And yes, high five, Lex.
No, yeah, and I know this will carry over to your Tech Tuesdays at 11 a.m., I presume, next Tuesday.
Yes.
But yeah, just like what you were saying about how can Web3 and drones come together, I mean, think about just like what traditional they've been doing with helicopters and surveying different property lines, surveying for the city and just for development. I mean, it'll be a great way to kind of pronounce and promote your virtual real estate and whatever said virtual world you may have that in, right? Where it's like you're going over land, you're going over whatever land, and then later in post-production, you can line out that land of what are the plots and what are the hexes and what are, and depending on the virtual world that you own in the virtual real estate. So yeah, drone would be perfect for that.
Yes, I've always wanted that. I used to work for another company where we interviewed a drone pilot for DJI. This was like 2, 3 years ago, and I'm going to bring up that footage, but I think I'm going to bring him in. He happens to be my sister's partner. Shout out to Charo. I'm going to bring him in, and he can all talk about the drones and stuff like that. He's got all the gear. I know as much as you have, and that's why I'm so jelly with him, because my sister gets to live with him, and she doesn't play with his equipment because, I guess she's not like into that. But he wants her to be. But I'm into it, Charo. I'm into it. Like, I'm your sister-in-law. So here, like, but he's all the way in Toronto, like 2,000 miles away, but I'm here. Here I am. And anyway, I always hit him up for, hey, what about this? And he always tells me, no, don't get that yet, or I already tested it. And so anyway, I'm going off the topic, but I've been always wanting. I love drones. Like, I wanted that Phantom like 10 years ago, but that was way too expensive. But now it got cheaper. CryptoCam, high five.
I know you're trying to wrap up. I just wanted to say that, saying I appreciate you guys earlier and stuff. But yeah, this group of 30 people or plus or whatever that, runs in this circle and stuff, like, you guys are really paving the way and creating the future for everyone else. They just don't realize it yet. So, like, don't think that, it's just us over here doing our own little thing. You guys are, like, creating the future. Like, everyone else has got to catch up with what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're thinking, what you're thinking to put in place. You know what I mean? Because AR, XR, VR, over all this, the metaverses, it's what's coming. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I know for sure. You know what I mean? So, like, like, this group of people, like I said, I've learned more in these spaces than I have from the 50 crypto conferences and listening to panels of, professionals and experts speak. You know what I mean? So, like, you guys may not get the recognition, but I see it. I definitely see it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and a lot of future being created in here. And if you guys have time later on, I've got a space at 5 p.m. Hex will be on there. If it's okay, Carmen, if I can post it to the top, that'd be cool.
Yes, please post it. I know I come in, but then I come in like kind of like late. I think I'm walking Kiki at the time, but no, I'm definitely going to be there. Please post the space. Thank you so much for giving this room a shout out. Thank you so much, because people in this room, they are futurists. They are the XR content creators. They are the innovators. They are the future collaborators. And you're right. We, on behalf of everybody here in this room, we really, if I may say so, humbly, we accept the flowers. And you too are helping build out and carve out this evolution of what this new way of engagement and interacting is going to be. I really, really appreciate everyone here. I want to do a shout out to Seth Rosen. Thank you for joining. I know we are kind of like ending, but we do these Over the Reality weekly spaces every Thursday. But I do have a Tech Talk Tuesdays every Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time or Eastern Standard Time, whenever the time changes. I do want to also do a shout out to John Michael Robinson. Thank you so much for joining. I will try to close out the space, but I want to do a special shout out to Kingilla. Kingilla is a music producer. He is a rapper. He is an artist. He has also managed to, I know he definitely has 2 music NFTs in his bag. Totally. It could be a third one. But once in a while, I love ending the space with one of Kingilla's raps. And it's all about the zombie mob, the zine, Zombie Mob Secret Society, which I am part of. So is Elias. Conrad is throwing out emojis. I'm going to shout out to all the zombie mobs. So there's Conrad, there's Kingilla, there's Thor's. It's Thor's Thursday. We're playing marbles on Discord, guys. Then we also have a a simultaneous space with Rosemary Oakley and Thor's. There's Kendra, there's Arhexa, there's Alex Nets, there's James Jones. I love this community. Please follow Kingilla and Conrad. They're part of the Mainnet Z third generation layer 1 blockchain that has partnered with California State University Fullerton. They are deep into the crypto, Web3, NFT, DeFi program that's going to be certified. We have Dr. Mike, I forgot his last name. Mike starts with an M, professor. Oh my God, sorry, Dr. Mike. But he's been teaching. He has been in the finance space since the 80s. He's a perfect person to be teaching that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because California State University Fullerton is actually using the Mainnet Z blockchain that gives back 40% of every single transaction to the developer. They're also a cross-chain. You can look them up. I can actually, no, you know what? Go to my profile and I think I do have at Mainnet Z as a, I do believe as a, a Twitter link. So go do that. J, high five.
High five indeed. GM. I see that we're following each other, Carmen. I just don't think I've ever been in your space before. As I've been sitting here as a listener for a while, I see that you do have a very interesting space. So I'll definitely be tapping in. You said every Thursday and Tuesday, I think you said, right?
Yes, I do. Oh,
Okay.
I wonder where we met. Did we met in NFT NYC 2022?
I didn't actually go into the conference. I've been to like a bunch of satellite events outside of that. I don't know if you're familiar with the Pigeons of New York at all, but I'm a brand ambassador for them. So maybe.
It looks familiar, like it totally looks familiar, especially the NYC Squirrels NFT. I don't know. It's just weird, right? How the Web3, we're all like, we follow each other, but we are in so many spaces and, like groups and in different groups, like we just don't know until we know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm curious. Are you from New York or are you from the tri-state area at all? Or no?
I wish. No. I grew up in Toronto. I have family in NYC, but no, I'm here in Canada. But we'll definitely meet. Like for sure, if you're gonna be in Miami for Art Basel, then we're gonna be there. CryptoCam's gonna be there. Hexadize is gonna be there. Honeycomb's gonna be there. We got a whole bunch of people going to be there. We're all promoting the XR space, AR, VR, $1 land. Are you going to be in Miami? And Lex?
Yes. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in this influencer house with some good friends of mine, the Wake and Blake show. Seth is going to be there. He's also so yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. And CryptoCam, good to see you here, bud. I knew this had to be the right space to come in here when I see some familiar faces for sure. Tomorrow, and not to throw out a shill, but tomorrow I do have a music space, and I know you mentioned Kingilla is a musician. I'm following him as well, but I've never actually spoken to him before, I don't think. So this is a great opportunity for Kingilla or any musician to stop by to my space, say hello. Metavision from the Turk community is going to be my co-host. So is Stu Kwan from the Quakey Meme Coin. So do yourself a favor, stop by. You're welcome to share your projects as well and talk about whatever you got going on. It's a new space. I just want to give musicians that I'm collaborating with and musicians that are my friends a good opportunity to sell their beats. And I've been doing this for quite a while as far as like marketing for NFT brands, as well as been a co-founder of a project prior to that. So I have a good gauge of how to like sell music NFTs or even NFTs in general. So yeah.
Oh my God, Jay Connects, thanks so much for that. Please put your thing in the space or put it up, pin it, and also DM me so I can retweet it. We got a lot of musicians here. We've got Lex as a musician. I'm only going to call out the people that I know are musicians. So if you're a musician and I don't call out your name, sorry, like I didn't know. But Lex is a musician. Hexadize is a musician. Kingilla is a musician. I don't know who else is a musician. But yes, Seth, I'm following you back. Let's all meet in Miami. Lex is the Miami guy. He's all there. He's going to be very busy curating. He's the curator for Bit Basel in the Sagamore. Oh my God, I think it's the Sagamore Hotel. Yeah, so connect with...
I was there last year at Bit Basel.
Man, so Scott and Scarlett and all them. Yeah, follow Lex. Everybody just follow each other. We're all like one big happy family. CryptoCam, high five.
So this is Web3 in its finest right here. I'm glad to see you in here, Jay. Glad to see you in here, Seth. Appreciate you guys. But So Jay, the Wonderland team, you see some posts about Wonderland, but the Wonderland team did some AR assets for Pigeons of New York via through Smarts. So like these people, these techs in here, and they have built assets for Pigeons of New York and worked with them. You know what I mean? So it's just how the circles kind of intertwine and overlap. Like, you know, I know you fuck with Pigeons of New York. You're a brand ambassador for them, and this is one of the teams that's collabed with them. You know, for Bitcoin Nashville. So just as cool to see, you know, Web3, you know, intersecting. You know what I mean? I love it.
Whoa, I did not even know that CryptoCam, that $1 land that we are a part of, even did that for Pigeons of New York, right?
Wow, Carmen. Wow, CryptoCam. I mean, you're really the connector here, bro. I'm gonna start calling you Crypto Connect. Connecting the dots. I love it.
I love that. Wait, before we guys go, you know I'm trying to close this out, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna bring up our Hexa, high five, and then Pappy, and then I just gonna say I will be playing one of Conjila's songs called Zombie Mobbin'. I love it. Actually, there's 3 songs I really love of his, but I'm gonna be playing Conjila's. But our Hexa, you have the mic, sir.
Hey Carmen, hope you're well. I just wanted to come up and say hi. I haven't spoken to you. In fact, I've not done much speaking in these spaces for probably, 4 or 5 weeks. So I just wanted to come up and say hi, basically. That was it. I've been very busy. A bit of alpha news. I've not announced anything yet on LinkedIn, but I've managed, actually it's really weird because obviously, I think I've talked in various rooms about using augmented experiences and using augmented reality to kind of help tell stories at local level, at governmental level. And I've managed to secure a position with my town council. So I am now a government employee, basically heading up their tourism. I've always had this kind of idea that I wanted to try and make my town, and I've spoken on many podcasts. If anyone knows Nico from LinkedIn, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But for probably the last 6 months, I've been doing a lot of work talking and kind of courting my local town to kind of get them digitalized, and with a hope to make my seaside town, which is a wonderful, wonderful place, but try and make it the digital capital of the UK. And it's just snowballed. It's snowballed in as much as I'm now working for the guys. And obviously there's a lot to do here with systems and understanding the bureaucracy that goes around working within a governmental body. But the enthusiasm is palpable in the offices for what can come down the line with regards in using Web3 tools and tech and AI and generative AI and VR and all those wonderful things that we've been talking about for many, many months. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. So, but more importantly, I wanted to say hello to you, Carmen. So hello.
Oh my God, our Hexa, first of all, I am so happy for you because you have been talking about using augmented reality for sharing stories and getting all these different organizations, institutions, and anybody and everybody onto the platform. And you've been doing this for 3 years. And I know you used to be a brand. You would help a fashion designer. You're connected with all these big fashion brands, helping them with their with brands and marketing and branding. And now you're into this Web3 space. I know that we spoke about 3 weeks ago. We DM'd each other, and you said that you were really busy. You were onboarding a new client. I wonder if this was a new. I am just so happy and completely thrilled for you. I know we all are. This is huge. This is so huge. So what I'm definitely going to be doing is I'm definitely going to be touching base with you, and definitely you're going to be a speaker for with the Tech Talk Tuesdays and the Over Community Weekly Spaces. The reason why is because I would love to ask you, and I'm pretty sure the community would love to ask you if you don't mind. And of course, I know you're gonna. We understand that you can only say things that you're allowed to say because it's a certain client. But I would love to know. We would love to know the whole experience with the onboarding and the understanding, taking on a real life entity like a town council. and tourism, and getting them onto like AR. This is huge, and maybe you can share us tips and tricks. We would love that if you don't mind. Like, I mean, it's just up to you. You can say what you're allowed to say.
I'm more than happy to jump in. I mean, again, there's lots of things on LinkedIn, and I've done, I'm a podcaster anyway, so I've done lots and lots of conversations around this subject. But I think it is a very interesting use case, and it's all really happened at such a pace. This opportunity came about. I'd had probably over the last 6 months talking about using generative AI to bring historical characters to life within the town and to tell the story of the town. And it just resonated with those guys. And yeah, it just all clicked. And, it's a bit of a change of culture for me. And maybe we can talk about it, because, I've ran my own business now for nearly 18 years as a consultant, working with fashion brands and taking them to market. And basically what I'm doing now is I'm taking visitors and locals to the market. The market is my town, but I'm using traditional marketing tools, obviously, but it's wonderful to be in a situation where I've got an armory of generative AI, virtual reality, co-apps, QR codes, interactivity on a different level that has even been kind of put out into this particular sector. Because, I'm taking inspiration from places like Singapore, which are doing an amazing job, and from the Middle East about how they are using technology to get this over. And this is a huge, huge opportunity. And no one's really doing it in my sector, which again is filling me with a huge amount of confidence. But I will say credit to my bosses now. I haven't had a boss for such a long time. And, with that comes some sacrifices of being able to have enough free time to come into these spaces. But I know I'm really confident if I can do what I want to do, and I've got budgets to do it. That's the most important thing. So as opposed to me trying to kind of facilitate and try and work out how I can make the ends work, I'm not saying I'm going to be frivolous, because I basically got budgets of my neighbours are paying for me to do what I want to do with technology and immersive experiences. So I have to show that return on investment, which is what I've done anyway as a consultant. So it's no different. It's just a different mindset. And yeah, I'd be more than happy if, let's get a date in the diary, via DMs. And if people want to listen to my story, and we can talk a little bit more about my interaction with brands and how I've worked with some of the best brands in the world and taken them to market. Obviously, I'm more than happy to do that.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much ahead. I know we're gonna really all benefit, as we all do when we share our stories, whether it's personal and professional. Thank you so much, Arhex. Oh my God, I'm really so excited. And I know it is a different mindset. I get that. And I know you'll be so busy, but you do you. This is actually you're actually creating a business prototype on how you are literally onboarding this type of entity. And maybe, I don't know, you can become a speaker and talk about this, because this intersect of Web 2 and with Web 3 technologies is just, it's a sweet spot. And if you guys are listening in, here's the thing. Do you know that, I'm just going to say this, we've had our frustrations, each and every one of us. If we are an early adopter to a space, like you heard it, people who are into crypto way back 15 years ago or 10 years ago, people thought you were nuts because they thought that crypto was a scam. And lo and behold, when you're talking about AR, VR, or anything that is not like on mainstream, your family members, your friends are like, I don't know, you guys are nuts. And I get that. So on behalf of content creators and early adopters and technologists and futurists and innovators who who just can see where the future is going, we've all been frustrated. And I know, Arhexa, that you have on certain occasions shared your frustrations with me, and I mean, not of me, but of the space, and I as well as you. But this is what I want to say. Just keep at it. Just keep at it, because as long as I've known Arhexa, I think I've known him for about a good over a year, but then he's been with the Over Reality community for 3 years. I just didn't know. He had bought Overlands 3 years ago in 2021. I just didn't know. He just became active in spaces. But our Hexa behind the scenes has seen what the Over the Reality platform can do. He was attempting and making efforts to integrate Over's technology with his business plans and stuff like that, except things aren't just there, because we're still early on. So my point is, if you guys can see a vision for where things should be going, just don't give up. Because look, I'm just saying this, our Hexa, out of all the frustrations of like, oh my God, why can't people understand? Why isn't this working? I know this is going to be a thing. After all those years and months of feeling that way, all of a sudden, wow, it's like the mist lifts, the fog unveils, and he gets handed on a coin made out of BTC. I'm just joking. I'm trying to make it crypto here, Web3 thing. He gets handed this opportunity, and it's like it's a dream come true. But sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for. I'm just saying that because it's like there's always two sides to things, to life, right? I'm just saying. You just do you. It is a journey, but we are all happy for you. I also want to do a shout out to Altered Alley. He's been building like insanely. He's been helping other people, getting stuff, marketing their stuff in world and spatial and over the reality. Everybody who's building is doing that. They might not see any monetization. It's a lot of sweat equity that everybody is doing. A lot of sweat equity. Hexadize, Altered Alley, Conjilla. He's been putting out so much till finally he's like, you know what? I'm making a music NFT. And now he's starting to see returns. Do not give up. Just keep going. And our Hexa is like a perfect example of someone who he knows where it's going. He knows the future. He knows what he can deliver with the different technologies. He had all his frustrations, but you know what? Ta-da! Just chill, everybody. Just chill. It's going to happen. We're still early on. You guys are early adopters. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because when you do, then you allow the big corporations to take your spot in the space. Don't. I'm so glad that Over the Reality is still there. They've been this is like maybe their 4th, 5th year in the making. Not a lot of people have heard of them, but they're busy building, sticking to it. So if you are in this space because you have a vision for where it needs to go, like Songs of Eden, I see you. Do not give up. Do not give your spot to a centralized entity to come over and take over because they've got deep pockets and they're in with the silicone guys and stuff like that. Effing do not, or else the whole precept of Web3 will just shut down. I'm not the only one saying this. Everybody knows this. I'm just like voicing what we know in our hearts. This is the time, guys, where it's the people. It's Web3. We are building the future for how we want it to be. Will the centralized entities come over? Sure, they will. But the thing is, please leave a digital footprint, a digital documentation that you were here first. All right? That you were here first. Before Apple, before Google was able to 3D map indoors, before any other brands coming on in, and then anybody all of a sudden claiming, oh, I'm the queen of the metaverse when they've really never been. Oh my God, I'm triggered. Just do not give up. You were here first. Do not give your spot to anybody. Do not. Wow. I'm still going to be playing Conjilla's Zombie Mobbin'. I'm going to give the mic to Songs of Eden. High five. High five, Songs of Eden. Hey. Hey, Songs of Eden. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I wasn't prepared to be mentioned, but I haven't talked to you in a while, so I want to come up and say thank you. And I also want to say you're so pleasant to listen to. I'm cleaning for my guinea pigs here and listening to you, but suddenly here I am on stage. What happened, guys?
No, if I see you a PFP and my thumb happens to scroll and catch you, I'm gonna mention you. Of course, I'm gonna mention you, and I appreciate all that you're doing. You are a musician, you are a producer, you're the one merging Web3 with Web2 and everything else. And I see you. I see what you're doing. Just because I don't DM you or go to your spaces or retweet or repost, I know what everybody here is doing, and I get it. My bad for being lazy, but trust me, I know what everybody's doing. I see you. And I will do a shout out to anybody here. Just keep doing what you're doing. The important thing is do not give up your space to any other entity. It's your energy. It's a ripple. You do the ripple effect, okay? Because everyone here is important. Is yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. High five, Pappy.
This one is for you, Kendra, because you, Carmen, you're doing so much for all of us. This one is for you. Much love, much love. I bet you didn't know this about me.
What, are you a drone pilot too?
Hold on. If it's good, you gotta be patient. Yeah. You know, I'm in the studio cooking up this one here while y'all talking all this music and stuff. It's gotta be NFT, you know. Give it up. All work and no play make Carmen a dull girl. Heart to heart. Let's have a little talk, Carmen. Heart to heart. Let's have a little talk. Heart to heart. Let's have a little talk, darling. Heart to heart. Let's have a little chat. I've been down this road before a time or two. Never thought I would have fallen in love until I found you. All right. That's enough to wet the palate, right?
Oh my God! I'm getting the reggae vibes. You don't know? Did you? Wait, where were you? Were you in my high school? I was all about the reggae, man. Like, anyway. I love that. Thank you so much. Nobody's written a song for me.
My pleasure.
Wait, that was for me, right? You just don't know another Carmen, and my name just happens to be Carmen.
No, I just did that just now. I'm in the studio. I'm cooking. I got 2 albums. I'm cooking. I got to NFT this stuff. I got to do a bunch of stuff. I've been cooking the whole time y'all been talking. I'm listening. I'm learning.
Oh my God. I'm blushing. Like, am I blushing? I'm blushing. It's the filter. I'm using this face. I'm transparent. It's the Sony Cam filter. It's a smooth softening filter. So don't think I'm all like glass skin Korean, because I'm not. I'm just saying. Oh my God, Pappy. Thank you so much. I'm kind of like, whoo. Yeah, I'm blushing. Thank you so much. Jay.
My pleasure.
Oh my God, high five. I love the reggae vibes. I love reggae. I love the reggae vibes.
Great hook to hard. Poppy, you were giving me Rasta Fusion vibes, man. And Rasta Fusion was an IRL event we did at Boca Raton in Florida, and it was nothing but reggae vibes all around. If you know, I don't know if you know Blem or Don Salon.
Yeah. I was gonna try to come through there, but then was that Milton? Milton made me cancel. I'd already gotten my get out of jail pass and everything.
Okay, so I probably would have met you IRL if it was no Milton. You're saying?
Yeah, Milton, man. Milton disrupted.
Wow. Yo, Carmen, the circles are like really tight. It's incredible. The circles are really tight over here.
Totally. I love that.
I'm planning on Miami, though. I'm planning on that art.
Oh, let's go. Let's freaking go. You know, I don't know what your background is, but I'm actually Jamaican. My parents are Jamaican, and I'm an American, so I just put them together. Jamaican. How many Jamaicans are in the room?
Long time man come from Guyana.
All right.
Wait, guys, my first boyfriend was Jamaican. He actually lived 2 houses down from me when I was in grade 8. He was Jamaican. I was in track, so we ran around with man, Jamaican Chinese, but then also Jamaican. Like, man,
Yes.
that brings
Yes.
back so much good memories. This is like insane. Like,
Usain Bolt. He was Usain Bolt in his prime. That's what you're trying to tell me. He was Usain Bolt in his prime.
oh my God, that is crazy.
Carmen. Carmen. Let me put on a little accent for you now.
Oh yeah.
I wanna be loved, not for who you think I am, not what you want me to be. Could you want me for me? Real love with no strings attached. I wanna give you my heart. I don't wanna take it back. This is my chat, yeah. I've been waiting a long, long time for a oh so true love to comfort this heart of mine. No pretense, stop wasting my time. A virtuous woman is really hard to find. I'm telling you, Carmen, I'm only human, not looking for impossibilities. I want a genuine woman with sincerity, someone who is always there to hold me. Show me you care up front and mold me. Don't you shun my feelings. All these positive meanings. Love me morning, noon, all season. I wanna be loved. Hear me. Well, every who have a stick of bush or what about me? She must be out there somewhere. Now where could she be? Caught up passionately in some love rhapsody. It's like I'm waiting for some honey, but you're like a queen bee. Everybody a laugh. Them a say I'm silly. No infatuation, no love fantasy. Carmen, don't leave my life like a string. I can't take this on and off thing, but I am oh so lonely inside, so I sing. Love me, not who you think I am, not what you want me to be. Could you love me for me? Real love with no strings attached. Give you my heart, this is my chat, gal. I
Bro.
will spend many nights at home. Oh man, if it mean contention, I'd rather be alone. Tell the service man cut the phone. I miss the lack of communication. Why?
Okay.
For that special someone a lifetime I'll wait. I know that I'll be okay. Cross my heart on my knees every day I pray. I know she'll come my way. Night and day for this woman I pray. I wanna be loved. Love, oh, love.
Well, okay. Woo! Did you just rap and do bars in reggae?
Yeah, that's a Butchu Bantan. I just did like a spoken word rap, no music, a cappella,
Oh my God, that was amazing. And thank God, I'm so glad this was recorded. Like, I don't know what to say.
Sound bites all around. Let's go.
Let's.
Say hubba, 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 hubba.
Oh my goodness, guys. This has turned into like, I love it. I don't know what the Hexadize must be loving this because he's such a music guy. Hexadize is loving this. Like, let's all meet in Miami. Anyway, thank you so much for that song. We really appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Just thank you. And Songs of Eden, thank you for coming up and doing a shout out. Yeah, Pappy, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna like not bring you up as a speaker anymore. I don't like to blush. Like, I'm just like, that's it. If I see you in a space,
Music for the soul, man. It's music for the
It
soul.
is
You
soul.
distress, relax. I just serenade your cerebral cortex. I saw me make it all nice and relaxed for you.
dude, did you just throw out cerebral cortex? That's crazy. I was a neural nurse, neurotrauma nurse. That's insane. Anyway, these circles are getting tighter. Like it's like we're totally reinventing the Venn diagram. We don't even know what to call it. It's like the Venn over the Venn. It's dimensions of Venn, man. Multi-dimensions of Venn. You guys, somebody's making a turn because I hear like the tick, 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 tick of a car driving. You guys just watch out wherever you're driving. You know what, Poppy? I really appreciate that. I love that first song, the first thing you share was it's Carmen, two hearts. I love that. I love that kind of thing. Guys.
Let's have a little talk then, baby. Heart to heart.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lord.
All right, stop that now. Enough now. Enough. No. Okay, now I just want to thank everyone for joining the Creating XR Experiences on Over Spatial Computing Platform plus DPIN plus, let's innovate and plus let's just do songs. Thank you so much for joining. This is insane. Mose, I see you. Tommy, Sony XE, thanks for the follow. I'll follow you back. Pedro the Cool, I see you. I know you've been here a couple of times in our spaces. I'm going to do Open Metaverse. Thank you for staying. Creato, Cradle Magic, thank you for staying throughout the whole thing. Brover and Strawberry, of course, I appreciate you guys. Kendra, Alex, James Jones, Elias, Virtual X, Lava Heads NFT. Hey Seth, I will join you guys in that space. Is it later on? Did you pin it up on the nest? Anyway, Thor's, K-Bot, Irina, Altered Alley, Metamite, Kingilla, Conrad, Hexadice, or Hexa, Pappy, Flex, Jay, Connects, Songs of Eden, and Over the Reality. Thank you for joining. I am now, everybody, this is Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday when we cannot do this. Throwback Thursday when not many of us had mobile phones, and Throwback Thursday when Twitter was not bought out by Elon, and Twitter was really a nice place to be. People were genuine. The marketers never filled our feeds with their bots. You couldn't pay for followers and make yourself a crypto key opinion leader, because that's all bullshit. I said it. Throwback to when everything was just simple and great. And you know what? Music does fill the soul. It really does. It's really a universe, one verse for all. I love that. And the last thing I want to say is, before I play Kingilla Zombie Mobbin', but Pappy, thank you so much for those two amazing on-the-spot, real-time bars. I love that. Before I play Kingilla Zombie Mobbin', I want to tell everybody, don't forget, every moment you get to choose love. Oh, I do want to say something. If you are thinking of creating a music NFT or building any type of NFT or DeFi, please look into the Mainnet Z blockchain. Please. You don't have to do it on ETH. You don't have to do it on whatever else blockchains there are. Just think about Mainnet Z, because they are super fast, very, very cheap. They are cross-chain, multi-chain. They have I don't know. I can't say right now. I've been so flustered with Pappy songs. But look up Mainnet Z. Let me check out my profile if I really do have them. Yep. Go to my profile.
If you can DM me that, please. I am in search and trying to put together some things for that specific purpose, if you don't mind.
Oh, are you sure? It's business though. But yes. Look up Mainnet Z. If you're gonna build a project, think of Mainnet Z first, okay? And you will be shocked and surprised at all the wonderful things that blockchain can offer you. And not only that, it really empowers the developers and the content creators. So with that said, everybody have a great day. Thank you so much. See you again next Thursday, but see you again on Tech Talk Tuesday. We will be doing a Web3 and drone space. I'm going to hit up some drone pilots. Let's see what's going on. But here, I'm going to play Zombie Mobbin' by Kingilla. Woohoo! Here we go. Click, play. Oh my gosh, I got to make sure everybody hears it.
What's up?
I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be soon new Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be soon new Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be soon new Holland. I'm buying the dick. Zombie mob, we be eating it quick. Accumulate, then I'm thinking my shit. Leaving faces don't be making it rich. I got down the hand, no early sale. I'm about to ball like I find the Dell. Tito merch pack in the air. Shout out scary, out here building the brand. I be chilling with the homies Understand. Undead, tell you sir, get in line. Got the broke, bear respect is mine. For the winners, Zeno.com. NFT, I just got mine. Can't believe we got Rembrandt. Trigger Diggy and Justin. Back in the beast with the marketer. Oh, what's up? I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland. Heavy on the development. Walker on the finance side. Nick on the creator. Trying to put us, who's a hater. Chillin' grinding like I'm a sailor. Swap bread, crypto paper. DBNB Matic. And then other folks is panic. They are rock the phone mode. We got it for the low. Zombie mob, really willing. Got the best ammo for the shoot. I'm keeping good. Wake up, minute. Watch the south to turn to the million. Money power to the ceiling. Whole community love living. Hanging for 100 billion. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'm just zombie mobbing. I'll be seeing New Holland.
Guys, I just thought of something. Duh. Let's all be zombie mobbing for Halloween. Woohoo! whatever you're wearing, if it's a nurse costume, a witch costume, whatever, let's just be zombie mobbing through Halloween. Thank you so much. Shout out to Conjola for the zombie mobbing song. Let's follow each other, everybody. See you again next Thursday and Tuesday. Remember, every moment you get to choose love. Bye-bye. Okay, Kiki. Chill, Kiki. I'm going to close out the stream. And I'm so happy for our Hexa. Oh my God, this is like insane. I'm just gonna like message our Hexa. I'm so happy for you, our Hexa. So happy for you.